By Jonathan Robinson. Some couples, and even therapists, say it's healthy to have occasional fights with one's partner. To me, that sounds like a rationalization. Fighting with your partner is no fun, and the hurtful words that result can often do lasting damage to the relationship. I know many couples who never fight with their partner, and they seem very happy, including my wife and I. So what's the secret to never fighting? I've asked dozens of couples who don't fight what their secret is, and their answers fall into three distinct techniques or categories. Once couples find the idea that best works for them, they can say goodbye to fights forever. With zero time spent fighting, there's more time for an even deeper love to emerge. Red light. If you're like most couples, you occasionally get upset at your partner. That's normal. The problem is that those upsets can turn into an awful argument if you're not careful. As the two of you grow increasingly irritated, a momentum of nastiness can soon develop. When two people are really mad at each other, no actual listening occurs. In such a scenario, empathy and understanding become impossible. What can you do? Well, you can say two simple words: red light. As we all know, a red light at an intersection means you have to stop and wait for a while. Likewise, when you say the words red light to your mate, it signifies the two of you need to take a 5-minute break from each other. Once the 5 minutes are over, you can proceed in whatever way you both feel is best. What you do during your 5-minute red light time is up to you and your partner. You can sit silently and hold hands, you can take a walk outside, or you can even watch YouTube video clips. The important thing is to take a break so you can calm down. Once the 5 minutes are up, you can both go back to the issue at hand, but this time the discussion will likely go better. In fact, my wife and I have never proceeded to have an argument once we took a red light time out. Without the momentum of upset propelling us into anger, we always manage to talk things out in a respectful and rational manner. Of course, the first step to this method is to make an ironclad agreement with your mate. Whenever you say red light, you'll take a 5-minute silent break. My wife and even have a penalty if we talk during this time. Our penalty is that each word we say costs $1. Many years ago, I was so mad that I blurted out 20 words of anger after my wife said red light. I immediately took a $20 bill out of my pocket, handed it to her, and then stormed out of the room. I've never had that problem since. Being cheap has helped keep my anger in check. If you and your partner decide to make a similar agreement, the next time either of you get upset, you'll see just how diabolically effective this method truly is. Taking responsibility. When your partner is irritated at you, they inevitably want you to better understand why they're angry and how you contributed to their upset. By taking responsibility for how your behavior contributed to the problem at hand, you can show your partner that you do indeed understand their point of view. Once your partner feels understood, you'll find they will easily be able to let go of their blame and anger, since they no longer have to convince you to see their perspective. When one or both partners are willing to take responsibility, it can stop a fight in its tracks. Here's an example of how taking responsibility helped to quickly diffuse a conflict between a couple I was seeing in my office. Soon after sitting down, Joseph and Jennifer were yelling at each other about who was to blame for the problems they were having. Jennifer accused Joseph of non-stop complaining. Meanwhile, Joseph felt justified in yelling at Jennifer for her remarks. Both of them were presenting evidence about how the other was in the wrong. Like a mock trial, each of them wanted me to act as a judge and pronounce one innocent and the other guilty. Instead, I suggested they try a quick exercise to shed some light on the situation. I asked them each to answer the following question: how has their own behavior contributed to the problem at hand? As Jennifer and Jerry each answered that question, their faces and voices began to soften. Jerry said, "I raised my voice again at you, and by doing that I see that I triggered you into getting understandably upset." Jennifer responded, "Thanks for saying that. And I can see that my saying that you have been non-stop complaining was hurtful, and not really true." Soon, they both apologized to each other for getting so upset. In less than a minute they went from screaming to hugging. When couples can take responsibility for how they have contributed to a problem, it's like throwing water on a fire. The fire immediately goes out. Spoon away your upset. We live in a culture that values words. Yet words are only one way of solving problems and avoiding fights. The body has its own wisdom. For example, when a couple makes love, the body has ways of enjoying connection that go way beyond words. When you use the spoon tune technique, you'll see that overcoming upsets is as easy as a hug and a breath away. The method is simple. You make a deal with your partner that, whenever either one of you makes a request to breathe together, you'll stop what you're doing and perform this exercise for 3 minutes. The exercise involves partners either hugging or spooning, one person's front to the other's back. Either way is fine. Once the couple is hugging or spooning, the man, or larger partner, matches his breathing pattern to the woman's, or smaller partner. That's it. The result of this seemingly innocuous technique is rather amazing, however. No matter how upset you are at your partner when beginning this exercise, your upset will quickly fade. Your body will feel comforted by the hug, and your mind will become occupied with the coordinated breathing. The fact that you're breathing together will also help put the two of you on the same energetic wavelength. Almost as if by magic, you'll soon be able to let go of your upset and feel connected to your partner once again. Once the 3 minutes of spooning are over, you can proceed however feels right. Yet, because you'll have let go of your upset, any discussion you have will surely go better. The 3 methods presented here can each be amazingly effective in preventing fights. In my book, More Love, Less Conflict, I offer many more methods for quickly overcoming upsets and getting back to a place of love. Once you've found the methods that work best for you and your partner, you'll have a friend for life. Soon, you'll be amazed to realize that you are no longer having fights with your partner. The result will be more time for loving. Jonathan Robinson is a psychotherapist, the author of More Love, Less Conflict, and has been a frequent guest on Oprah. You can download free methods and info at morelovelessconflict.com. Let's block ads. Why?